like to start making your way south.
Yeah,
so
Eddie, if you want to
be alone.
come this way.
Is that like a cliff face over there? I'm not sure if I'm reading this stuff right.
Yeah, those are cliff faces.
Starting to get a little laggy now.
A lot of light change.
That's a big area.
Okay, so it looks like there's like coffins up there.
Yeah, so let me read the room first before you go jumping around in it. Okay.
Where are y'all?
South.
If you
So
zoom
I
out,
think I'm
I'll ping
lost.
it.
Let me try and see if I can. Let me see if this doesn't really make much of a change. It's kind of annoying.
Man, this area is humongous.
Yeah, and if you guys
Where
remember,
the hell is Galden now?
Yeah, so hold on. Let me before anyone moves too much farther. I want to read the room. I'm just messing with the lighting a little bit to see if that's helping at all. It's not really doing much.
I'm pretty laggy again.
That's just because of all the lighting all of a sudden.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff being revealed.
Not to me.
Also, Discord's kind of making you a little bit more robotic. So, the room itself. This great cavern glimmers with faint phosphorus. Wow.
there's lots of glowy shrimps.
Yeah, well, it's like this cavern glimmers with faint phosphorusousness. Gosh, that's a terrible word. The ceiling is almost 50 feet overhead and has bright flecks and gleaming stone formations are visible in the distance. So, like, in the ceiling's all very nice and pretty. Patches of straight fungi dot the floor, including capstucks that are standing as tall as a human and glowing puff balls that's almost a yard wide. High ledges rises 15 to 20 feet above the floor to the north, south, and west walls. Narrow passageways lead off to the north and south. A carved with flight stone stairs descend from the western ledge to the path that meanders through the center of a chamber towards the small iron door in the eastern wall. Audible throughout the entire chamber is a soft, cool breeze that rises from the surface above.
Okay, are these the same? Are there the same spores and stuff that poisoned us earlier here?
They don't look to be the same, but you can make a survival check to kind of get a better idea.
Okay, I have proficiency in survival, so well.
Survival or nature, I guess I should say.
11.
They don't look to be the same. It looks these are more non-harmful mushrooms.
Okay.
Can I send bangers into them and have him kind of do a perception check and see what he sees?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just romp around a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just sees the same thing, but different types of mushrooms.
But he's not like activating spores or anything like that?
No.
Awesome.
So if y'all remember the first big room we were in that had that southern path we hadn't taken, that looks like that comes here.
You can't tell us that. You're too far away.
Oh, sorry. I think I left Mary behind. Mary, here's some light for you.
Oh no. We lost someone in the Discord that's gonna mess with your stream thing.
Yep,
so
it is. Yeah.
Addy dropped.
Technical difficulties.
But yes, you're in a big room with a lot of mushrooms and shiny rocks above in the ceiling.
Are the rocks only on the ceiling?
It's just the ceiling's really sparkly and pretty.
Somebody else should try to touch them, or is it too tall?
It's 60 feet in the air, 50 feet in the air.
But there are none of the shiny rocks on the ground that I can pick up.
No.
I'm
Okay.
I gotta check out these coffins and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
curious
sure.
about what's up with this area.
You gaze into an extremely large cabin, faintly lit by natural phosphorates. The ceiling rises 50 feet in places. Crystals glimmer softly in an eerie light. Weird, beautiful flows of structures in the delicate stone grace the chamber. The western portion of the great cave, is separated by the rest of by a steep bluff. The ceiling here is half the height of the rest of the chamber. A couple dozen large stone sepulchres lining cavern walls, each carved with intricate reliefs and designs marked with dwarven runes.
Anybody speak Dwarvish?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to try to read them.
So,
Where do I need to
hold on.
meander to?
Also, there's a little blockage over
If you
here.
beat on rocks again, there's some rocks you can beat on.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna smash some
Okay.
rocks. Go Hulk smash in a
23
minute.
23 sepulchres stand here. The lids are carved with the likeness of grim dwarves in armor. Dwarvish runes on the front of each tomb appear to represent names and occupants of the intended occupants. 3 of the stone coffins have additional runes carved into them. The additional runes record the occupants' date of death, the great deeds the dwarves performed in life. Also carved into these coffins are warning that doom awaits for any who dare defile the honorable dead. The names on the 3 sepulchres are those of Thorgold the Old, Charon the Orc Doom, and Numork the Unlucky.
I sort of feel like if we wanted to investigate any of these, we use bangers.
Well,
Do we know them from history? Like, can we do a history check to figure out if we remember the stories of these hero dwarves or whatever?
You could do that.
Ooh, good call.
can we ping which of the tombs are the ones we're not supposed to touch?
Any of them.
There are 3 people. There are 14 tombs.
There's 23 tombs. What it's saying is that you should never defile anyone's tomb. Is kind of what they're giving sense of.
Okay. I
You
thought
don't really have a good idea of what these dwarves might be. This is no famous story that you've heard of. It's smaller than that. It's a certain event must have happened that has been glazed over in most history.
If we look over, kind of perceive the whole area, is there anything that stands out in terms of like any more story elements, engravings?
Nope, not from the 3 that existed.
Okay, so we've had this discussion before about tools and various proficiencies. If you could add a specific attribute to it. So if these are stone carved,
Yep.
and I wanted to make a investigation check with Smith's tools, I would get proficiency, but I would not add any modifiers via strength, intelligence, anything along those lines, right?
So, Smith tools, correct?
Well, I guess these would be Masons, but Smith's was the top of my list, so that's what I went with.
So yes, if you had masonry work, so this is carving stone for tablets for graves, and you were investigating the graves specifically, you would get an advantage, not necessarily proficient, because you've worked on making stone structures, so you have advantage on what the carving might have been like or how it was done, and it might help your investigation roll based on that. If you are proficient in masonry tools.
Okay, so
Good question.
Roll20 should kind of fix that, because it asks for the attribute applied to your tools when you put it in your character sheet.
So, and I'm going to say that that's just how people that made Roll20 believe how tool proficiencies are. I'm going to say I agree with Wizards of the Coast in Xanthar's Guide to Everything on how they do tool proficiencies.
And it makes sense, honestly, the way you described it.
I liked it. I do see why people would want to like add an attribute to certain things, but I think that's trying to apply math to something that doesn't need it.
But so even if you do, like, it makes you, if you try to make a check with the tools, it makes you pick an attribute.
I would probably just have it pick an attribute that has 0 to it, if possible. Or you just make a special roll outside of itself. Like, I'm going to make like an advanced dice roll of d20 plus my proficiency. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So what I would say is if you're going to investigate... If you're going to investigate the the stone, or the graves, or the tombs, you would investigate with advantage instead, because you're proficient in understanding how the stone masonry works. Not that you're like proficient in making graves per se. So instead of getting proficiency bonus to something you're making, it's an advantage to it.
Okay. So I roll investigation with advantage.
Yep, that's what you'd be doing.
Is there any one that stands out among the rest?
Just the 3 that stand out, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be these 3.
Well, see, that's what I was asking, and you were like, they're all the same.
Well,
Because I wanted to investigate one of the important 3.
and you can still do that with your 26. I'm just saying those are the ones that have the extra writing and ruins on them, which I stated right off the bat. I'm just saying beyond that, nothing else stands out.
Okay.
And yeah, can you read Dwarvish?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, the same thing states on those. That's what you read from those, like different. So basically, it reads about a little bit of their time on some of their last moments and what they were doing. So like preparing defenses, engaging with orcs, killing them, just kind of that sort of stuff. And you can tell that these are very finely crafted, but still felt rushed. So as if there wasn't a lot of time to be making them.
Okay, interesting. Okay, may I suggest that before we do much else here, maybe we take a rest to recover spell slots and that kind of thing? And we're also in kind of an area that we're a little high groundy. We've cleared the area behind us.
I just want to make it clear you're going to take a short or long rest next to all of the graves.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just wanted to state what was, in the room. Maybe add some more like ambiance to the what you're doing.
I'd prefer long. Get all that.
I would also like a long rest.
So if any bad shit's gonna go down, I don't need a long rest, so I can just like
Yeah.
Stay on guard.
Me too.
Okay, so we'll take a long rest while Galden and Adianu just sort of keep watch.
Where are you guys gonna be?
Just
I don't
right
like this
here.
sound.
Right there? Okay.
and yeah, because that is the way out.
I can accept that.
Sherry, you want to move over by us, or are you gonna watch that staircase?
I thought it might make more sense to watch a staircase.
I'll watch this little tunnel over here. Then I can see you. I can see the tunnel. I'm closer to the way out.
So yeah, the 8 hours go pretty unperturbed. You don't really notice too much.
Hooray! Okay, get that back. Get our spell slots.
I like how we waited the creepiest place possible for everybody to be like, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap.
It's very, very peaceful. There's not a creature was stirring. Not even a Draugr. Okay, so do we want to attempt to look into any of these?
Hang on, we're still resting.
Resting requires a lot of resetting. Give them some time.
Okay, make sure I got all my stuff. Yeah, spell slots. Hit points, lay on hands, hit dice. I think I'm good.
Actually, you know what, Thax? Can you make me a perception roll.
19.
As you're kind of like resting and nap, you kind of like something's uncomfortable in your armor, and so you kind of figure out there's like a rock in your armor for some reason.
Okay, so can I investigate the rock?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Ooh, nat 20.
It's a rock.
God damn it, I knew that was... Finally get a critical.
You are so sure it's a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, you are kind of a little interested in how it got into your armor. It wasn't like you were, rolling around in rocks or anything recently, but otherwise, a rock.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that maybe one of my companions put it. I look around at who did this.
I'm ignoring you.
All right, just throw the rock at Galden.
Can you just make those on command?
Every long rest. I get 2 every long rest.
Can you also just make you can... Yeah, well, that's sort of like, you're like producing alchemist tools, so that's what's weird.
That one is...
Oh, okay. So... You know what? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm a little confused by like where the chemicals come from, but at this point, I don't really care. I'm kind of curious. Just to let that go.
What do you mean where the chemicals come from? For the
Like-
acid?
Yeah.
That's from the alchemist jug, which is the infuse for replicate item.
All right. Sure. Oh, alchemy drug. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
It was acid or mayonnaise, so
mayonnaise. I like that you just have eggs and vinegar on demand.
Hey, look it up. It's in Xanthar's Guide to Everything.
Okay. So do we want to attempt to open any of these? I have a very ominous feeling about it, but I'm just throwing it out there.
What's your character's alignment?
Lawful good.
Okay. Maybe it'll stay that way. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
Haven't done anything for...
Suggestion of opening and defiling graves is
I
pretty
didn't know.
non-lawful good.
I didn't suggest defiling. There's a difference.
Opening a grave.
That is, no,
defiling the grave.
no, that's not defiling.
Oh, all right. I mean, you go ahead.
He's
Go
got
ahead.
that
We'll see what
undeniable
the
urge
angry
to crack
dwarf
open a
ghosts
cold
think.
one.
Because when I go to the graveyard and dig up someone's grave and open it, it's fine. Touching the skeleton's a bad problem, though.
All right, fine. I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna beat some rocks. Or can I just move them? I mean, I'm a big dude. Can I just pick up and move these rocks?
They're not really in the way. Like, I mean, I guess they're kind of in the way, but like you can step over them.
So,
But yes, you can move them to.
with all of our reading of Dwarvish, is there not anything that looks like it'd be more interesting than the others?
Not really, no.
Okay, so I want to move these rocks so that it's not like a trip hazard.
Yeah, you can do that. It'll take you a couple minutes, but yeah.
Sure.
So, is there anything else in here worth checking out?
The graves.
I mean, besides the graves.
Yeah, I'm disinclined to open them.
See, here's the thing though, because the reasoning I was wanting to consider opening the graves is if we could determine what killed them, so that maybe we could avoid the same fate.
A lack
Probably
of life
orcs,
force.
right?
I mean, they were buried in a hole.
Well, I mean, was it just a straight combat? Who made the graves? Were they poisoned? Were they?
I thought that the writing said something about fighting off the orcs or something, didn't it?
Well, okay.
That was the best subtle joke I've had for a long time. Thax has that urge to open up a cold one. And I just read it too. Oh man, that was good.
Well, there was the 3 that looked a little different, right?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with your thought process.
Okay.
So, I can give you that.
Does Linus get a inspiration die for that joke?
Doesn't he? Didn't I give him an inspiration die for something stupid not too long ago?
Oh, I don't know.
My birthday, asshole.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to open it.
Something stupid.
Something stupid, yeah. I even said sure, no big deal, that's easy. Oh.
Well.
Hold on, I need a bit to recover from that. Oh my gosh, that was... I think I'm better. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, so many tears.
Okay. So what can I see from this rock opening here?
Yep, that was... Get ready for that. It doesn't smell very good, I can tell you that right off the bat. Floundering through this cave, a swift stream, you emerge in a huge cavern. The ceiling must be 30 feet over your head. Far into the cave is lost in darkness. A foul stench assaults your nostrils immediately. The remnants of butchered game animals hang from a crude wooden stakes on cavern walls. You spot a pair of orc corpses treated in the same fashion.
Can
Put
I
'em in the bag of
use?
holding.
Can I use a bit of cloth and like plug my nose?
Sure. Sure.
Thank you.
Alright.
I have my own light source.
Okay.
Since I'm
Oh,
probably
hi.
myself, I'd kind of like to open one of these.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yep, sure.
This.
Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll probably just use the thing. All right. If you saw it, it saw you. Also, you're carrying a light, so it sees you.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me read before I decide what actually happens. Okay. So it jumps out at you and then gets stopped by a big chain around its neck.
Okay.
Itch.
Why can I still not see it properly?
What do you mean?
Oh, is that a rock? Okay, maybe a wall.
Yeah,
Half wall.
that's a wall. I moved it so it looks better.
Okay. I tell my companions that there's something large down here.
Okay. That's gonna cause a few things to happen too.
Oh shit.
How far away are you? Because I can't even see you.
I'm in the south area. I'm
So
over
far.
here.
Let's.
So you're yelling at least 40 feet to get to us.
You are correct, sir.
Is there anything within 40 feet of you?
Yes!
Ding, ding, ding!
Lit already knows I'm here, so...
Let me see if
Just
I
making sure. Keeping the
hold on.
canon.
So what's our reasoning that the rogue didn't sneak ahead to check things out again?
There was no reasoning. It was just I was blundering ahead.
Yeah, the rogue is trying to check out the 3 sarcophagus things, and Paladin wandered off.
Okay,
So it's a family trait.
can I get everyone's passive perception real quick?
Passive perception? Is that just like your perception?
Normally, so it's
Oh.
going to be
Trait.
10 plus your wisdom, and then if you have, it's going to be 10 plus your perception, and then if you have proficiency in perception, that
Okay.
has to go up.
11.
Do we roll it, or it's just like a
No, it's
given
your
number?
It's
Yeah,
just
so-
10 plus your modifier.
10 plus your modifier. It's
Okay,
just a standard number. It might also be in the side of your sheet as well. It might just stay what it is.
Yeah, my roll happened to match that, but I'm not in the room anyway, so.
I just needed to make sure. 16 is a good passive perception. Okay, cool. That's what I needed out of that. Cool. Thank you very much. All right. So hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you see let me read the swift stream passes over a steep slab of bedrock in front of a short passage. The cave beyond is long and low, with an uneven ceiling about 10 feet high. In the center of the room, there's an enormous white-scaled lizard with lungs and snaps. But you can see a sturdy chain around its neck in place. The agitated creature's twist in frustration, its tail lashing. Behind the lizard lies a couple of iron chests.
Okay. So I'm going to inch forward very slowly. And again, I'm going to try to use the animal handling to like approach it and calmly, like, I'm your friend. I'm speaking in very calming tones. Peace.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Ooh, not 20. So that would be a 23.
It seems to slowly calm down.
And I continue to talk in a very soothing manner as I inch a little bit closer.
Okay. Can I have everyone roll initiative, please?
Shit.
Yes, you do get a light if it's turned on.
19.
Yes,
So how much light does Miri get?
Let me double check that. But I think it's 10 feet bright, 30 feet dim.
Okay. All right, cool. Let me just get everything in place before I do what I'm gonna do. Let me do that. There we go. All right, now we'll do the light.
Oh, well, hi, guys.
Bright light 5, dim light 5.
Okay, well. She's allowed to have a little bit of movement. All right, cool. Well,
So I guess I'm still rolling initiative. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm over 100 feet away around corners and stuff. So.
I mean, you might have heard some yapping in the background.
Well, I did call out, so. And mine was 19. I don't know if you caught that or not.
Yep. I'm glad you reminded me. That helped.
You wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
There we go. I can add that initiative in. And even though you're not involved with anything, you still get a turn, technically. Let me see him. And then I will roll them.
Hey, the rogue's not the one that left the room.
The rogue is always the one who leaves the room.
And I'm just trying to find who has the highest dex. I think it's
Probably me.
no of the enemies that you're up against. Okay, just straight 0. Cool. Why? That's dumb. Whatever. They get a surprise round, so it's fine.
Wait, where did Miri go?
Back where she was earlier.
Oh, yeah, I think this is where I was when initiative started.
Oh.
I was trying to test because I got a nightlight rock.
Okay, I'll get you. Stay there. Just organizing things. All right, cool. So we'll start with the troglodytes. They have a speed of 30. Okay, cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That's a lot of dudes. Oh. There's more. There's a lot.
Okay, so one troglodyte's going to attack Thax, so he'll do his triple attack thing situation. And then one will attack Miri once I get to that point. So I'll just roll all 3, actually. What's your AC, Thax?
At the moment, 16. Well, at the moment it would be a 19.
Okay, so nothing touches you. All right, and then one troglodyte's going to attack Miri. A 22 will hit. The other 2 will miss, so you get a bite and get bitten.
Ow!
Well, let me roll into the thing. 5 points of piercing damage. And then another one is going to attack Addie. Same thing, 3 attacks. Doesn't a 17 hit?
Does
I
it
got a
17?
17 and 18 attack. Is that better than your AC or match your AC?
Oh, that's better than my AC.
Okay, cool. So you'll get 1 bite and 1 claw attack. Come here. All right, so it's going to be 4 piercing damage and 6 slashing damage. So 10 damage in time total.
All right.
See there. Okay. Now we'll go to regular turn order. Galden, you hear a bunch of movement to the south.
And you hear Miri get bit, cry out from pain.
So
That's not what that cry meant.
I'll defer to the DM a little bit because right before all this stuff went down, I was like, I want to open this coffin.
Yeah, I don't care what you do. You can open the grave if you want.
All right, I feel like that's probably fair for me to do that. That already said that before I heard the commotion. So I guess that'll be my main primary action.
Which of the 3 are you going to open?
Oh Jesus, the middle one.
Middle one? Okay, cool. So you open up and you find a. Okay. So the one that you open, there's a dead dwarf and a very nice warhammer inside of it, with a garnet inside.
All right. I have no use for a warhammer in battle, so I guess I'll start hitting their way now. Let me get my measurement thing out. Okay, so remind me again. So we got action, attack, and then my cunning action. Is that right?
Yep.
So I can move another 35.
Yeah.
Is looting the corpse or the crypt an action, or was that before initiative started?
It's gonna be a little bit of both. Like, it'll take up an action. It's like that's him kind of assessing the situation of like, hey, Warhammer. Oh, something's happening. Let me book it. So he'll use his move action to move and his bonus action to move again. As rogue.
Okay. So since I can't get within 5 feet of that guy, I may just shoot my bow from here.
So specifically, that's where you used your main action to look at the grave. Move action, so you have only your bonus action left.
Oh, well then I guess I'll just keep moving then.
Okay, there we
Oh, that is a lot of guys.
go.
And you don't even see all of them.
Thax's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to oops.
Oh, make a dexterity saving throw for me, Thax.
Okay.
Or not dexterity, constitution, sorry.
I have my nose plugged, by the way.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Alright, never mind, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast sleep.
Oh my gosh, you and your guys sleep.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm taking a page out of Miri's book here. It's 8 by 8.
Yeah.
So that squared there.
Okay.
And let's see here. It's the first time I've actually cast it, I think. So what is it? 5d8?
Yep.
$26.
Two of the closest troglodytes next to you fall asleep. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Miri's turn.
Guess what I'm gonna do?
You're gonna cast sleep.
So I have a quick question on things that are within a specific outline. If it's a 20-foot cube, does that mean 20 by 20 or?
So it's in this case it's 20 feet out from a certain point, meaning that it's 40 by that's a 40-foot cube, 40 on each side.
Okay, so if it's a 20-foot cube, it's basically just 4 by 4.
Yep. The 20-foot cube is going to be 20 square feet, which is going to be not 20. 20-foot cube is going to be a 10 by 10 square area. I think. I have a book on this. I'm fairly sure it's. No, yeah, you're right. 4 square feet, 20 on each side, 20 square feet. That's 20 square feet. 20-foot cube on 20 square area.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. I was confusing myself there. All right, so that's where you're putting it, and you rolled a.
All of 16 on my higher low cast.
Well, no, it's wouldn't that be 22? Because it'd be the 6 in addition to this 16.
That's
Yeah.
22 in total.
Oh, yay. Ooh.
Of which the closest one to you guys is going to fall asleep.
Well, and if it ever helps when you're drawing your cubes, Yawning and I cannot be put to sleep by magic.
Nice.
It's still going to try.
Which means it's going to waste HP.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna.
what does... So mine put 2 to sleep. Any remainder from that, does that add on to what she just used?
Technically, no.
Okay.
And that's just because of how the HP rolled out. But Yeah, and then it would be reset anyways.
Okay.
And I would like to bardically inspire
Someone you can see.
Do I still have guidance?
How long does guidance last?
1 minute.
No.
No.
Addie, if I...
Okay, that's who you're gonna inspire.
You're inspired.
Speaking of Addie, it is her turn.
Okay, what's the rundown on who all is asleep?
The person in front of you. There's a little marker that they have like closed eyes or whatever.
Oh, okay, so we still got a lot of awake guys then.
Yeah, and there's 2 asleep by me, but you can't see those.
I swear to gosh, you guys all just start casting sleep.
So I don't have sleep, but I was considering a different crowd control type of thing. I'm gonna entangle, which would have grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within the range. And then the creatures would have to succeed a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
Yep.
Okay. I think that probably seems like it's worth a try to keep from having to fight as many at once.
Yep.
So I'm going to use my, let me find how I actually do this. Sorry. Okay, so there it is. And do I need, how do I specify where
So
I
you draw a
want
20-foot cube,
square?
or big square. It would be a 4-foot or four square-sized cube, 4x4, and then you put it wherever you want it. So you just draw that cube.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be 8 by 8
Okay,
since it's
that's
20
perfect.
foot from that starting point?
No, it's 20-foot square, starting from a point.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
think
see.
I
I see.
accidentally made
Not
this
radius.
to-
I got you.
What I'm trying to get in here is, I think I made.
I would put it.
a
I
little
would put it
big,
somewhere
but
you
it's
have
not
enough
yet.
room, and then move it.
Okay.
That's the recommended path if you can.
Ah, the lag does not help. Okay. Does this seem about like a 4x4?
Once it shows up, probably.
Oh,
Yes, that's about a 4x4.
okay. So I think I can. Can I get all 4 of these guys within that range here?
Yeah, we do that.
Okay. Okay, and then what do I need to do to actually cast it?
They
You
have
just
to
did
make.
your spell slot. That's it. That's all on their end.
Okay.
All right, now if one of us walks into that, do we get ensnared, or does it just happen whenever it's cast?
Creature in the area when the spell is cast must have saved. So no, not after. It is counted as difficult terrain though.
That's half movement, right?
Yep. But you can't move through enemies anyways, so... Alright, next is going to be bangers, unless you want to move, Addie.
Wait,
Oh,
so
actually,
were
I
they
think I'm gonna
ensnared?
back up a little bit.
They were all ensnared.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up a little bit because I can maybe shoot out.
Oh,
from back
I guess I should
here.
make... I was thinking it was on their turn, it's actually on my turn. Okay, hold on, let me actually make the saves. I was gonna wait, but it says to me now. Okay, which is fine. Troglodyte, how strong are you? Okay, cool. Alright, so what's your save DC?
Where do I find that?
It'll be on your second page, or your spell page. It'll be up the top, spell save DC.
Oh, 14.
Cool. One passed, the rest failed. Okay, so the closest one will pass, the rest of them will fail. So we need restrained. Well, we'll just put a snail next to you. Well, actually, you know what? I got a better one. Hold on. Not snail, but net.
Looks like the coronavirus.
And then the one that you're moving away from will have an opportunity attack, if that is okay.
Is it all 3 attacks or just like the one?
Just a one attack.
Okay.
Is that okay, Addie?
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure. Like, you could say, like, I don't want to move. I don't want to take opportunity attack, or I'm fine with the opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
It definitely hits. It got a 23. So that'll do, it's a bite, basically. It bites you as you try to go away, and it does 4 piercing damage.
Okay. Ouch.
Entangle's a really good spell. It's very useful for holding creatures in place. Alright, Bangers is, well, Linus is next, not Banger.
So, since there's a whole bunch of these mad bastards, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. 20-foot cube. Oh, boy. All right.
Attack roll against an affected creature. Object has advantage if the attacker can see it. The affected creature
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right. That's a good square.
So basically, we've got advantage on anything in that box.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Against your save DC.
My save DC is 14.
What color do you want to outline them in?
Violet.
Okay. Dexterity. So they all fail except for one. Violet. Okay. Oh, I rolled. Okay, so actually they just all failed. That makes I like you. Oh no, there's 5. God damn it. Well, the restrained ones automatically fail, so I'll just say they all failed. Violet. You are getting purple.
That's kind of what Violet is.
Ish.
Mauve.
How about a nice taupe?
And since 2 of these people are restrained, if Bangers moves through them, he does not take an opportunity attack, correct?
If they are restrained, let me see what restrained means. If they can attack, then yes. And I think restrained, they're allowed to attack and still make actions. So that's what I need to make sure on. Yep, it still can attack. It just can't move. And attack rolls against it have advantage. The creature's attack have disadvantage. It also has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
So if I move to here with the whole difficult terrain and everything, I'm passing through it but not moving away from it. Would the one who's not restrained and not asleep have an opportunity attack? Just for...
So you actually will be unable to move through them because they are in your way. The area is not large enough for you to let them through. So you'll have to kill them first. Or make them sleep, whatever. Incapacitate them.
What about to here?
You could move there just fine. No opportunity attack there either. I'm just updating the lighting because all of them failed, so they'll all emit low dim light now. I think I got most of them.
And that there be my turn.
Hold on. Yep, okay, cool. Next is their turn. Alright, so he's got...
Row of 5, there's the one that's unaffected by anything. Is that right?
This one's asleep, and this one's unaffected by everything. Yep. So I guess the sorcerer is going to cast Scorching Ray on Miri. Okay. So Scorching Ray. I believe it is attack rolls. So it's a spell range attack, and I get 3 of them.
So which one's a sorcerer? Is that this over? No. Is that this over here?
It's coming from here. Yep, that's what's going to get from. I will make sure on Scorching Ray here. Give me spells. Said spells. Oh. Cool. It worked. Except he has advantage toggled on for some reason. Sure. Let me read. Let me actually put it in here. It's 3 rays. Okay, so it still has advantage on them, which is kind of annoying. So I'll just roll them myself to make this easier on myself. I will get the bonus out of that though. The bonus is +4. Cool. So I'll make 3 rolls.
So basically, you have fire magic missile.
Magic missile never misses. Scorching ray can. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 of them hit, and they are 2d6 fire damage. So 4d6 fire damage is what you'll be hit with.
Ouch.
Ooh, 2 6s in there. So
Oh.
12 plus 5, 17 fire damage.
Well, shit. Okay.
And then the very lit up dude is going to stand up next to Thax and try to whack him.
With disadvantage.
Does he get disadvantage from Fairy Fire?
I thought that's what I said.
No, just that you have advantage against them.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, it doesn't work the other way.
Damn.
Sometimes. It's important to read. Does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
Alright, so all the attacks miss. Great.
Go magic armor.
Yeah, we could do one more round. Okay, cool. Call it.
All right. So, which is the advantage box?
So the ones marked in purple you have advantage on.
Okay.
And the ones that you're ensnared you also have advantage on.
Is there such a thing as double advantage?
So actually, there's a good ruling on this. If you get a bonus from something, and you get a bonus from something else, you have to pick one or the other. You don't get both. And so you can't get double advantage. If you get like a +3 from something and a +4 from something else that are along the same lines of instances, you don't get bonuses of both of those. So like you couldn't get the advantage of total cover and 3/4 cover at the same time. That just wouldn't work. Then that can't happen, obviously. But that kind of idea is you only get one bonus
Gotcha.
from that.
So you have to choose between advantage or advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy here is the only one in this line that we don't have advantage against, right?
Yeah, just that one.
All right. That's the only
Also,
one.
something just kind of dumb. If you have advantage and then like 7 things that give you disadvantage, they cancel all of them out just because of the situation. So it works both ways. Where I can't stack them on against you either.
All right,
All right,
so
go ahead.
move here. So I'll be able to sneak attack since Banger's is there. Maybe I'll do the 2 daggers this time with Silvery. Dagger 1. Clicked it, nothing happened. Oh, there it goes.
All right, stabbing him with the dagger. Got it. And you have advantage because of Banger.
I reroll it then.
Yep.
Or I'll not reroll, I will roll one.
Nice.
And you crit. Okay. If you sneak attack would also be critical, by the way, if you use the sneak attack here.
Okay, at what point do I need to declare if I'm using the sneak attack?
On the attack itself. So like I'm gonna attack and once you hit, then you can say I can use sneak attack.
Okay, so
Before you roll damage, basically.
what if I kill it with regular damage before the sneak attack? Does that use the sneak attack?
Yes, but you can only use it once per round. Yeah, I guess, yeah. It's a risk.
Alright, well, I guess given that, then I would have used it, so it's
10 damage from the knife. And so we can just you can roll it again or double it.
Oh, well, I'm gonna roll it again.
Yeah.
Which one? The dagger or the sneak attack?
Sneak attack.
So just hit it again. So 13 plus 10 is 23 damage. We're getting there.
Good.
Yes, you kill it. Between like a rogue or a paladin, you start being able to do like 50 damage per hit.
All right. So can I use my offhand to hit one of these other ones?
The other dagger, yeah.
All right. So that one there. See the dagger on. And this is an advantage roll, right? Because he's snared.
That'll hit.
Ugh.
Get a good stab on him.
All right. I think that's all I can do, isn't it?
Okay, and I think we'll call it the session there, since it's now 12:40. I just marked how many sleep turns we have, so that way I have that in my mind. So we're only at 1. And every time it goes around, then I'll move it up.
Okay. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for dropping by. Remember to hit that subscribe button so that you can get notifications when new episodes come out. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Leave your comments down below. Let us know what you think. Tune in next week for the next episode. And in the meantime, thanks for coming by. Be good to each other and have a good one.